Stanley Kubrick in 2001, A Space Odyssey. Introduction. Hello cinephiles. Today we're going to talk about a film that not only changed cinema forever but also made us look at the universe in a completely new way. Yes, I'm talking about 2001, A Space Odyssey, directed by the legendary Stanley Kubrick. Imagine this, it's 1968. The world is in the midst of the Cold War, the space race is at its peak, and counterculture is revolutionizing everything we know. Amid this chaos, Kubrick gifts us with a film that is not just science fiction but a visual, philosophical, and why not spiritual experience. What makes 2001 so special? Why is it still relevant more than 50 years later? And above all, what does it tell us about Kubrick's genius? We're going to explore all this and more. So get comfortable, turn up the volume, and get ready for a journey beyond infinity. Kubrick's style, perfection in every frame. Stanley Kubrick wasn't just any director. He was an obsessive perfectionist, a visual artist who treated every shot as if it were a painting. In 2001, this is evident from the very first second. Do you remember that scene where the space station rotates to the rhythm of the Blue Danube? It's hypnotic, isn't it? Kubrick wasn't in a hurry. He let us absorb every detail, every movement, as if he were saying, take your time, this is important. And not just that. Kubrick played with symmetry, straight lines, deep perspectives. Every frame is a work of art. From the spaceships to the lunar landscapes, everything feels like it came out of a dream. But the most fascinating thing is how Kubrick used music. Who would have thought that a classic waltz like the Blue Danube could accompany a space sequence? Kubrick did, and the result is simply magical. The context, a world in transformation. To understand 2001, we need to look at the world in which it was created. The 1960s were a time of radical changes, the Cold War, the space race, the Cultural Revolution, everything was in turmoil. Kubrick, together with writer Arthur C. Clarke, took these ideas and pushed them to the limit. What does human evolution mean? How far can technology take us? Are we alone in the universe? These are the questions 2001 poses, and it does so in a way that still resonates today. The story, a journey in 4 acts. Let's quickly go over the plot because 2001 is not a conventional movie. It is divided into 4 parts. The dawn of man, a group of hominids discovers the use of tools thanks to a mysterious monolith. The message? Evolution begins with an external push. The mission to the moon, humans find another monolith on the moon, which sends a signal to Jupiter. Here we start to see Kubrick's obsession with technology and mystery. The mission to Jupiter. This is where HAL 9000 comes into play, the artificial intelligence that rebels against humans. Who doesn't remember the famous line, "I'm sorry, Dave, I'm afraid I can't do that." Beyond the infinite, astronaut Dave Bowman reaches Jupiter, where he encounters another monolith that transports him to a timeless space. The ending is enigmatic, surreal, and open to interpretation. What does the star child mean? Kubrick never explained it, and that's part of his genius. Why 2001 is Kubrick's masterpiece? If I had to choose one movie that represents everything that makes Kubrick great, it would be 2001. Here we see his technical perfectionism, his love for science, his ability to tell stories without words, and his boldness in leaving questions unanswered. Kubrick didn't just make a movie, he created an experience. One that makes you think, dream, and question everything you think you know about humanity and the universe. The legacy of 2001, influence on film and culture. Did you know that 2001 revolutionized special effects? Kubrick and his team invented techniques that later inspired movies like Star Wars and Blade Runner. But its influence goes beyond that. Directors like Christopher Nolan and Denis Villeneuve have admitted that 2001 changed the way they see cinema. And not only that, elements like HAL 9000 and the monolith have permeated popular culture, appearing in video games, TV shows, and even advertising. Conclusion: why 2001 is still relevant. Friends, 2001, A Space Odyssey is not just a movie. It's a journey, a reflection, a work of art that invites us to look beyond the obvious. Kubrick challenged us to think, to question, to dream. In a world where cinema is often reduced to quick and easy entertainment, 2001 reminds us that film can be something more. It can be deep, challenging, transformative. So I leave you with a question. What does 2001 mean to you? How do you interpret that enigmatic ending? Do you think Kubrick managed to capture the essence of humanity and the universe? Leave your thoughts in the comments. I want to read your theories. And remember, as Kubrick once said, if it can be written or thought, it can be filmed. In 2001, what was filmed became eternal. Thanks for joining me on this journey. See you in the next video or podcast. Until then, may the Force and the monolith be with you.